Hello, me again. This is December 2023 bouldering. We're getting close to the end of the year as well as school. But despite it seeming like a more relaxed time with me being finished with the passion project and the end of the school year, this month wasn't very good because I had some stuff happen and then I got sick and also quite drained. Instead of feeling just fine being at school, I wanted it to end so badly, and there are only 2 days of climbing this month. Starting off nearly halfway through the month, on the 14th, since I hadn't climbed for a bit over 2 or 3 weeks, I wanted to take it slow and try to touch back on climbing stuff. There are no clips on this day, and I wrote about 2 problems in the cave section that aren't too hard, though I didn't top the second one. The first one was a purple grade climb, which being a purple was fairly easy. Initially, I did find the start to be a bit odd, but I figured it out after thinking for a tiny bit. I actually disagree with the tags that I put on this problem, mainly lock off, because it wasn't any of that. But apart from that, I topped it. The second problem that I said I didn't top. It was in the same cave area, but this one went across the roof and then up the wall, so it was decently long compared to most of the cave climbs I've done, which isn't many. I got my friend who was with me to pretty much campus nearly the whole thing, and he did very well. He made it look easier than doing the whole climb properly. Maybe not the wall part, but definitely the roof. I saw this bicycle thing in the middle, and it doesn't really work because it's a bit too close and I still fall off when moving on to the next hold. I only did 2 attempts somehow, but I did get pretty tired quite quickly. And that's everything for the 14th. On the 20th, I recorded some clips, but only a small amount. I don't know what gave me so much energy, but I climbed a lot and I wrote a fuck ton in my journal. I wrote nearly 3 full pages of just climbing stuff. I did feel a lot better this time, and also I did my first bat hang and it felt really cool. Onto the clips. This is the first climb I wrote about, looking at the purple grade. It's a slab. I don't remember if there's a no black wall rule because there's a wall over where the starting hold is. It's a really weird looking problem, and it also feels kind of weird to do. I don't get far in this clip, and that's because the next move, after putting my foot on the volume, seems kind of scary. I tried to figure out a different way to get up, but I couldn't find anything. After that, I decided to just figure out the beta and do it. I topped it in 4 attempts, and I didn't record it, so I did it again, and I topped it again. I'll let the whole clip play. Next problem, same wall, and it's harder. Pink slab, and it goes all the way across the wall to the next one. This does look way too far zoomed out, and I'll try to fix that in the edit. The start is kind of weird, but I'm not sure if that was the intended method, but it works. The holds up to my right were alright. I smeared so I could move across, and then I got to the volume, which sucks ass. It's really annoying. This volume is not at a great angle, and my feet slip off this hold a lot. And that's actually pretty much as far as I go. I touch the hold, and that's it. The volume is quite frustrating, and I do continue to climb on it a few more times, but I think I didn't get any further. I think my main problem was when I moved to that hold, I try to keep my hand on the hold to my left, and that could be holding me back, and I need to try to do some balancing stuff on the foothold so I can continue moving to the right. Or I could just try to get better footing with my left foot, but again with the volume, it's really bad. This next climb is that green one I couldn't do the week before. I somehow topped it in my first attempt this session. I definitely could have done better with the move that I talked about before, because I cut my feet loose and it took some effort to keep me on the holds. On to the next climb, but this is the final clip of the day. Not the last climb though. It's on the overhanging wall, and we have a kind of crimpy and pinchy climb. And I'm pretty sure that I briefly touched on this last month while doing that orange cave problem. It's quite hard and it challenges my finger strength quite well. I suck ass on pinches, and I had no clue how I was supposed to keep myself on the wall on that hold. I messed up the start, so I tried again. I already knew what to do with the hold because I went through it multiple times before. I got stuck after getting close to that volume and grabbing that pinch because I had no idea what to do with the feet. There were basically no good spots from what I can see. I know what to do with my hands, but the feet are very important here. I went through it a few more times to see what I could do, but I just wasn't able to find anything. I was still stuck with the feet, and I've pretty much never grabbed a proper pinch before, so there's a weakness I need to work on. Now on to the final climb I wrote about of the day, and what's pretty much my highlight for the month, the bat hang problem. I didn't record this, sadly, but trust me, I did it. I have a photo of the problem, and I'll put it on screen. It's a green grade. I thought I wouldn't be able to get a photo of the problem because that wall was next in the reset cycle, but because of the holidays, it hasn't been reset yet. It was a bit hard to get into position initially, but after I did it once, I was easily able to do it again. After getting into the bat hang position and starting it, you have to stand the right way around again, and it's not that hard, but I messed up the first time because I missed my hand when trying to grab the volume. It's a pretty short problem and easy to top after you can get into the bat hang. Doing the hang felt a lot easier than I thought. There's no effort required to bend my ankles and keep me up. I also thought that my feet wouldn't be able to, or ankles, wouldn't be able to support my weight hanging off of it. But it was just fine. I was hanging with my whole foot, and I can't imagine how hard it would be to hang off of like your toes or something. I also did that problem with some people, and that interaction was pretty cool. And that's all for the 20th. I'm a tiny bit annoyed that I don't have a lot to say about this month, but I do think a small break is needed sometimes, and I think it's doing justice for me, especially in the gym, the normal one with the weights and stuff. I'm kind of hoping that January has a lot to talk about. It's going to be in the holiday, so I'll have many chances to do some climbing, and maybe with my brothers as well. And that's the end of December 2023 bouldering. Now we go on to 2024. Goodbye.